Dane Brugler, draft analyst, does a 350-page draft manual, also works with The Athletic, talking about the deepest position on the defensive side of the ball in this year's draft.
On defense, edge rusher and corner. Corners, we're going to see a lot of those guys drafted in every round. First round, Devin Witherspoon, Christian Gonzalez, those guys will go early. We'll see maybe 5 corners go in the first round, but it's not going to slow down. Second round, third round, fourth round, we'll see plenty of corners drafted. And there's a little bit of a blurred line there with some nickels, and I think more so than ever, the lines are blurred with that position. And then also edge rushers. Will Anderson, Tyree Wilson, both those guys are in the mix to go number 2 in this draft. But then it's going to stretch. We're going to see plenty of edge rushers off the board, rounds 2, rounds 3, rounds 4. Once you get into that third, fourth, fifth round range, you're looking at sub package guys, or guys you just want to add to the rotation. But we think that's probably what the Browns are going to be looking for at this point. Where they're picking, you add another guy to the rotation, some fresh legs. We know they drafted the position last year with Alex Wright, then Isaiah Thomas. Keep adding to it. Keep adding. Guys that you can work in there and help put pressure on the pocket.
And with that, let's welcome in Tim Bielik from cleveland.com, as well as the Plain Dealer. Tim, the fact that edge is deep, that's a good thing because the Browns could use a couple.
Yeah, I think that's still the biggest area that they kind of need to address in this draft. I mean, like Dane said, it's essentially a good year to need an edge. And we're going to see a lot, like you said, we're going to see a lot of those guys go early, round 1, round 2. Should be some available round 3. It's just going to be a question of who's kind of there. And this is really an unpredictable draft in terms of like who could be there, in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s. It's kind of unpredictable, from 40 to 80 something. It can go in so many different directions, but with edge, like I said, for the Browns, they still need depth at that position. It seems like Myles Garrett's obviously locked into one starting job. Obo Okoronkwo looks like you should get the other. Behind them, there's not really a lot. You still have unproven guys with Alex Wright and Isaiah Thomas. So it's a good year to add another player to that mix. Maybe not necessarily to start right away, but certainly one who can, be a rotational guy, play a lot of snaps, and really make it so there's not much pass rush drop off when you inevitably have to take one of those starters off for a breather.